What's going on, guys? It's Alex from RoofTentInsider.com, and finding the perfect rooftop tent that can handle any season and any weather condition is kind of difficult. There are a lot of different factors to consider, such as how it's going to handle the condensation, or whether it has insulated flooring, how thick is the fabric. These are all the different factors that I would take into account. Now, with my countless hours of research on both the blog side and the YouTube channel, I think I have a really good understanding as well as firsthand experience on which tents are perfect for this. So that's what this video is going to be all about. Now, with that said, let's get right into it and get you those best tents for 4-season use. Now, the first tent we'll be talking about today, which is in no particular order, is the Tepui Kukanam Ruggedized series. Tepui is one of the most popular brands in the rooftop tent market, as I'm sure you know. Now, this tent is priced at just $2,299.95, but it boasts a hefty 360 gram canvas, which is extremely thick. Usually you will find a regular season one at 280 grams. And then it comes with a 600D ripstop fabric, a comfy 2.5 inch thick mattress pad, and the kicker is an anti-condensation mat, which in my mind is an absolute must. It just helps with the circulation in the tent, and honestly, probably the biggest factor with a 4-season rooftop tent is having proper ventilation, because you don't want the tent to get damp. If it is just in a warm environment, it's not ideal. Now, the tent itself is completely waterproof and the insulation is very good on it as well. I also like the fact that you can buy an annex for this model, which is sold separately, but definitely something I recommend because it's just nice to have that changing room or storage space or a place that can provide cover from the elements. So it's nice to have that option if you want it. Now, some of the more important specs to look for in a 4-season rooftop tent are the fabric, the insulation of the base, how waterproof it is, and if it comes with an anti-condensation mat or if the fabric is just breathable enough to not have one. Now, for a very fair price, this tent checks off most of the boxes for me, and I think it is an awesome option, especially since Tepui is just so well known and trusted. Next up is the CVT Hybrid Edition, and I know a lot of people that have these tents because I live in Portland and they have a office based in Bend, which is just a couple hours away, but nonetheless, they are an extremely trusted and well-known company that offer some really awesome features. Now, you can upgrade to the Hybrid Edition instead of just their base one, so it's gonna run you a little bit extra, usually I think like $700 over that base model. So their tents are a bit pricey, but you're paying for quality here. Now, some of the specs inside the tent come with a 360 gram polycotton ripstop fabric, which are similar to the Tepui model, an added heavier rainfly, insulated flooring, LED lighting, and a telescoping ladder. Now, even better, it has USB ports, shoe bags, a softer mattress, a waterproof cover, and an anti-condensation mat. So I know that was a mouthful, but that is a really impressive bundle to just only charge $700. So while it may sound like a lot at face value, I actually think there's a lot of value packed in there. And then what is really awesome is it also comes with an annex, so you don't even have to worry about buying one, and I love to see that. You can also go with an extended model, so it will cover the entrance of the tent as well as the ladder, and then you'll have an enclosed annex, which is super awesome. I think it's just, that's kind of like the perfect one to have, but some people don't like the extended model, and it really just depends on what you like, but nonetheless, the option is there. Now, the next tent I wanted to bring up is the iCamper, and it's really not specific to just one model. You could go with the SkyCamp, the SkyCamp 2.0, or even the SkyCamp Mini. Now, the biggest differences there are really just the size between those different tents, and the features are all very similar. Now, iCamper is made by a manufacturer in South Korea, which they just pump out super high quality and impressive tents. So I really like this company and what they are offering. They all are hard shell rooftop tents, which mean they are completely waterproof. And honestly, if you're looking for a tent that can handle 4-season weather, having a hard shell option is not only more durable, but it's clearly more waterproof since it's not completely fabric. Now, the shell itself has 2 layers, and in between those 2 layers on the ABS plastic is an inch of air insulation, which really helps keep that cold air out and warm air in, depending on which conditions you are. Now, the fabric itself is super high quality, just like the rest of the tent, and is very breathable, so it can handle both warm and very cold environments. So those are all things that make this tent very attractive. Now the flooring is also insulated and has a very strong honeycomb aluminum panel design that is both durable and well insulated. So those are both really nice features for 4-season camping. To top this all off, you also get a waterproof polyester rainfly. And overall, I just think iCamper pays insane attention to detail. I really like what they're offering, and I honestly believe you would not regret a purchase from iCamper. So if you can afford it, I would say go for it because they are a bit pricey, usually sitting just around over 3,000 bucks. Another tent I wanted to point out is the FSR High Country. Free Spirit Recreation is another tent manufacturer here in Oregon, but they are well known across the United States as well. And this tent is absolutely fitted for some 4-season camping. It has a very unique fabric that you can upgrade to with their tri-layer technology, so it's insanely waterproof and well insulated, and it can handle those heavy winds. So this is a tent that would be both equipped for those cool winter nights and hot summer days. And a convenient feature is their super fast setup that can be done in just about 60 seconds. And this might seem like a small thing, but if you're in bad weather, whether it be rain or snow or even just really hot, you don't want to be spending a lot of time setting up the tent and breaking your back over it. So you can just pop this bad boy up in 60 seconds flat, and it is insanely easy. Now, the tent itself is really beautiful. It offers panoramic views with built-in skylights, an integrated LED lighting, and a very comfortable sleeping area as well. They also have a tent size in this specific one that can sleep up to 6 people, which is pretty much the dang biggest tent that you can find as far as rooftop tents go. So if you need a tent that is that size, that is a great choice, but they also offer smaller versions as well, so it doesn't limit you there. FSR is a very well-known and trusted brand, so you're gonna get a high quality tent, and pretty much that's a recurring theme among all of these tents that I'm telling you here, because if you're gonna be camping in 4 seasons, I'm assuming that you're kind of gonna put this thing through the ringer, and it needs to hold up to both the brutality of the sun and the weight of maybe 2 feet of snow that you're gonna put on it. So that's what all these tents are gonna offer for you, which is just awesome. Now, if you wanna continue doing some more research on your own, I think that's fine, but here's some other features that you should consider. It should be a waterproof rainfly, some insulated flooring, windows and vents for airflow, quality and durable materials, and the style and design of the tent plays a factor as well. Now, these are all components that play a role. I honestly believe that these tents are all good options, and just from doing hours of endless research on both the blog and YouTube side, I feel that I have a very good pulse on which tents are a good idea to buy and which aren't. Now, I know each of these tents for a fact can hold up to 4-season weather. Now, if you guys did find this helpful but are looking for just a little bit more guidance and information, check the link in the description below for a blog post that I wrote. It is a little bit more helpful and adds some related content to it just to help your buying decision or even grow your knowledge on the topic. So if you guys can check that out, that would be awesome. I think you'll really like what you see there. And then if you did enjoy the video, please throw a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me. I put a lot of effort into this and have done endless hours of research on rooftop tents and obviously know them from firsthand experience from buying my own. So if you guys can support the channel in that way, it would really mean a lot to me. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on that next video.